Next, I would like to introduce to actually formally launch the symposium, Mr. Adrian Munley, the Director of the Arts Council.
Thank you, Emer. It's a great pleasure for me to come this evening to celebrate with Noel and Emer and all of the people who were involved in the Crossroads Symposium, the bringing of works of art to the community in Roscommon. I was just thinking when somebody was saying earlier on about the Arts Council being able to make art, I immediately corrected them and said the Arts Council does not make art. What the Arts Council does is try to facilitate those who have ideas about how to celebrate their imagination, to touch the imagination of other people, and that's what we do. And we're especially pleased, and Sarah Finlay, our visual arts officer, is down with me this evening. We're especially pleased to be associated with the Crossroads Symposium. We've seen over the last 20 years or so, the phenomenon of the interest in the arts going from virtually zero to almost 100%. Over the last 12 years, there has been an increase of something like a third in the number of people attending arts events. And that's over that short period, a little more than 10 years, a third increase in the number of people attending arts events. But within that, and more significantly, for us in our culture, which has been a literary culture, there's been a threefold increase in the number of people attending art exhibitions. Now, that seems to me to be something that's quite remarkable. In such a short space of time, to have such a change in attitude towards the arts, and especially towards the visual arts. I don't think it's come about accidentally. I believe that the Arts Council has had a role in helping people to renew their view of art. I think, however, that there has been another factor in play, and that's the way in which we, as a people in Ireland, have become more confident. Occasionally people say we've become more mature, but I believe we've always been a mature people. But I think we have more confidence in ourselves and more confidence in our culture and more willingness out of that confidence to be able to make pieces of art and to look at pieces of art and be able to enjoy them, or, and this is very important, not enjoy them, and willing to say so. Like most of us here, I suppose, when I was going through school, I had no contact with the visual arts. Ample contact with theatre, some with music, and of course, literature, but very little contact with the visual arts. And I would have been, 20 years ago, intimidated by a work of art, because I would believe that somebody with whom I was conversing would know more about it, and that if I said anything, I would seem like a fool. That lack of confidence, I think, is something that is changing, and people are willing to say what they think about what is essentially the product of the imagination of their fellow Roscommon person, man or woman, or indeed, as we're very happy to celebrate here, artists from overseas. All of that, I believe, is part of the way that we, in our culture, are changing and becoming more familiar with the arts and more willing to engage with the arts. I'd like to pay special tribute to Roscommon County Council, to the councillors, and we have representatives here this evening, and to the officials who have seen that there is a demand within their community to explore the imagination of their colleagues within that community. I visited, before coming here this evening, Edenvale House, which is the old barracks. Most impressed by the building itself, which I'm told dates from about 1706. A wonderful building, a wonderful facility, remarkable that it has survived. And I think that's a credit to the local authority, that it has survived and has been used and can now be renewed within the community for the use of that community. It's providing a shelter for a number of artists who are living and working here in Roscommon. The idea, and I'm sure it's an idea that some of you find odd, as I would, that 30 years ago that we would have a colony of artists from the area, living and working and making their living, however that living may be, in the community, quite remarkable. I think the local authority has played a significant role in that. In the Arts Council, we believe that we're on the crest of a wave in terms of arts development. This year, some of you will remember that we published an arts plan. We've had the backing of our Minister, the Minister for Arts, Culture and the Gaeltacht, in securing some of the funding to put that plan in place. He's fully committed to the plan, and I hope that he will be able to secure the funds to allow the plan to be fully implemented. It's a plan that is integrated in the way we produce it. And indeed, one of the counties that we've targeted within that plan is County Roscommon. And the reason we targeted County Roscommon was because we saw that there was a receptive public and public representative body that would respond to any support we could provide. I hope that the plan will secure from government the necessary funding to allow us, with partnership with local authorities and partnership with artist groups, to be able to implement the plan. One of the bodies that I must remark upon here is the Working Artists Roscommon, WAR. I remember a couple of years ago when this came on my desk, I thought it was a threat. In fact, I've been visiting the area and meeting artists from WAR for a number of years, and they have played a major role in creating a climate within which the contemporary visual arts are more acceptable on the one hand and accessible on the other. I'm delighted, incidentally, to hear that an exhibition including some of the Working Artists Roscommon was a show in Dublin recently, and there are prospects, I understand, that it will travel to Boston, probably in 1997. And on that, I have our heartiest congratulations. I think that celebrating our environment is something that we haven't been good at. However, we have changed to begin to recognise that the total environment is something that is visual and gives us stimulation, enjoyment of some kind. Indeed, over the years we saw the way in which many of the remarkably suitable materials for our environment on signs in shops, in villages and towns throughout the country were destroyed and replaced by a plague of plastic. I know we've all seen the way in which that has changed. I think that that's part and parcel of the way that we're becoming more sophisticated visually, and I have no doubt it's something that will continue. All of the pieces that are being created, and there will be up to 20 pieces created, some will be inside, as Emer said, some will be outside on some of the roundabouts. There are something like 20 locations. All of those works I would urge everybody to take an opportunity to see and to look at critically. Don't look at it and say, oh, isn't it lovely? Look at it and say, why do I think it's lovely? And then if you don't, say so. The only way we will have a critical audience for visual art is when people are willing to say why they like something and why they don't like something. It's the role that the artists are playing in this seminar is an educational one, as well as one that will enhance, albeit temporarily, the environment. This symposium is similar to the one that took place in Chairsalia. The title of it was Chairsalia, in the north coast of Mayo, my own part of the country. And it was hugely exciting for local people. Men drove their tractors for miles just to see it and look at it, enjoy it, dislike it if necessary, but were excited by it. I think that Roscommon is very fortunate that people who, with very little support, financial and otherwise, despite the support that the Arts Council has given and the local authority gives, and that those sponsors in the town have given, have, through the sweat of their brows, late at night, put this symposium together. And we should all thank them for that, and particularly Noel Molloy, who spent so much time in putting this together. In in the heart of the country, it gives me enormous pleasure to see the vitality that exists within the visual arts. Vitality, I think, that will pay dividends for the whole community in making the community more conscious of the value that is within its own indigenous local culture. And that, essentially, is what the Crossroads Symposium is about. In giving a welcome to our foreign guests, I greatly hope they will enjoy the hospitality of Ireland. I know they will enjoy hospitality in Roscommon. And with that, it gives me enormous pleasure, and indeed a privilege, to declare Crossroads officially open. Thank you.
Next up.
I don't know, but I thought I just totally, yeah. You know, leaves the phone everywhere.
Wow, that must work seeing that. What's this for posterity?
He's going to be there for a while, aren't you? Is he?
What?
And what are you doing then? Are you doing?
Focusing on some of the magazines as well, Jack.
Yeah.
But I was talking to you earlier about the week. It's really simple. You just matter of getting the word fitting.
Yeah, that's sort of.
It's very unnatural.
Yeah. Right, so. Whose room is this now?
Bernie's.
Bernie.
Bernie Masterson.
Whose room is this?
Blaine, the same cross.
Oh, Blaine. He doesn't need a carpenter. He needs a screw.
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to get it out so I can put a new one in.
I'll video it while it's empty.
Oh, waiting the shade.
You at this all day? Oh, I was doing a bunch of other things too. Yeah, I got here about.
Proud of myself after last night.
What, out late again last night? Late last night?
The documentary was not you. Yeah.
shit. 3 rings.
Three.
Wow, look
Yeah, you have there's a photograph from the air, Carol, in that. On the back.
Oh, that's right. Where's you doing? You're like,
Over here,
The name of this walk, R-O-K-E.
Oh.
Eric's mother. Sorry, Eric's daughter and mother.
So all the video was outdoors. Huh?
On the wall.
I know, but this is just to show the work going on, like.
Okay. At least it's slightly cooler inside. I'll do a little post for you.
Do it, that's good.
Right.
Right. Try the other frame.
How does this look?
Yeah, that's better.
Will I keep that one on?
Keep that one on. Did you get the steak? I don't have to wear a mask.
I know.
Got a flu, yeah, got a flu.
You got it. No, I don't want it.
In my prime. Slunk love older than the pyramid. Christ Jesus, I am a snail in my prime.
Creepy, no?
Look at yours. No, I don't need that. Oh, it's me. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, you recycle things.
Okay, well.
Look at that.
Which way did the car come? It's gone in that side.
Which way are we going? Mom, which way are we going? Granny. Granny. Oh, that's for headstones. Mom, headstones. I got three.
I can only see practically out of one eye because it's too far.
Nice whip. Tara, yeah? Look at Now what? What do we do? This time we must
A snail in my prime. Slug love older than the pyramids. Christ Jesus, I am a snail in my prime. On the banks of the Boyne, on a June night, I lie under the great snail cairn of Newgrange, watching men go to the moon, while their women give birth to more women. My snail soul is light sensitive. I lie in the central chamber of the passage grave, inhaling the stillness of the earth, while my daughter dogs slime on my face, inserts slime in every crevice of my body, between my toes, behind my ears, small, plump, sleek thrush on wall top, with snail in beak, banging it, cracking me open. Between each embalming, she goes down to the river, returns with her hands glistening with snails. Oh, to hold in my hands my father's walking stick, and to press to my lips its brass ferrule, and to lean on it with his camel's gloves on the handle, and to test the floor with its point. That is its point. I have never seen my daughter so congenial. And this evening, at the signal of my burial, I have never heard such laughter on her lips, such actual, gratuitous, carefree laughter. She cries, "Thank you for bringing me to the water," under the corbelled roof of her own shell. In the central chamber of her soul, in the passage of her root, at the entrance stone of her eyes, behind the curbstones of her knees, in the quartz stones of her ears, in the basin stones of her elbows, inside the great stone circle of her hair, I listen to her voice echoing in mud millennia. "Thank you for bringing me to the water." I like to spend Christmas in Newgrange, alone with my extended family, in shells all of different stripes and hues, but unisoned in a bequeathal of slime. At dawn,
at the midwinter solstice, we creep into the corbelled vault of the family tomb. Down in dark death as is a revealing of light when a snail inherits the sky, inherits his own wavy lines, when a snail comes full circle into the completion of his partial self. At my life's end I riff, for the sun to fatten in the east and make love to me, to enter me at 8:58 a.m. and to stay inside me for 17 minutes, my eyes out on stalks. You feel like a spiral inside me. You feel like 3 spirals inside me. After such after such early morning lovemaking, I always prefer making love at daybreak. I spin out my face under my lady's capstone. The snails of her breasts peep out from behind their pink petals at my life's end in Newgrange. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Round and round I trundle my bundle of ego, my nostril tumbrel, my hand-pram, my heart cart, my dreaming shell, my conscious horns, my spiral of tongue unspiraling over the years. My crops of teeth, I am a smudge of froth. All I can hear is the tiny squeaking in prehistoric forests of my antennae being bent until they snap. The great Irish snail in his prime, coating the stones of cones of Scot pines with his slime, the orange aura of desire. I am not a womanizer, I am a snail. When it is all over and my daughters have eaten me, cremated me in earthenware pots with my stone beads, and there will be from me no more poems, no more antler, no more horn, and the last tourist coaches have departed, morsels of my antenna will be plucked up by departing house martins, digested, deposited off the shores of Africa in plankton of the South Seas to enter into the bloodstream of sea lions. Last night, when we made love up behind our pillows, a pair of sea lions mated on a sod-strewn rock, who moments ago were snails in separate beds. The river boyne curled up at our feet, my tail in your...
It's really clean and really kind of like it's plastic bag or plastic bag. Then that's the bag there. And they're really nice people, but I have two things here, so. But when I finish tomorrow, I'll be alright with that.
Is that fair? photographed. Oh, no, strange, strange.
Someone plugged up.
Did you want to see? Oh, yeah, Dara, it's red diesel will do.
Yeah, okay.
And
Actually, there is, look, if you find it now, she'll think it's great.
No, I don't.
No, you won't. No.
Mhm.
I wonder, is that dangerous there?
Sunglasses. Yeah. No, you're going up. Walk away. No problem. You're going up.
I was in a groove, kind of, I was a mammy at the stage, and could never be anything else, you know. Whatever that meant. And the people, the children, you could see that all faith was in you, was in the child's eyes. You couldn't do wrong, and you were going to cure everything. And when I tried to mind me, I got a bicycle for Christmas, and where it's a great feeling to be able to give that to us. The other thing that's staying in mind is I often feel, let's say up to about 5 or 6 years ago with the work, well, I suppose I read it or heard it or mixed with people who are talking about this, but I really do feel it's important that one person can do something for yourself. Leaves, I think that leaves aren't. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they are. I would enjoy it.
No, the light is great. No. We know that. What time? 7 now?
That camera there.
Jesus.
Sorry.
The light is on that point.
What are you looking for?
The chair around 6 o'clock. I never got out.
And you never got out?
Well, I did eventually. But it wasn't to come back.
Yes, it wasn't snow, because there was too much. And now, today, the only thing that I do know is that the north you are. Now, because I was young in the 60s when I was flowering.
Conversions of their verticals, alright? Do you want to heighten the back?
I'll do one of mine as well.
So that it puts it on that way.
Get me a tractor to pull this tomorrow.
For how long do you want the tractor?
Well, pull this half and then that half around the corner. The holes that are drilled in it already.
I go over now to another place.
Oh, yeah.
So the lads legs.
Leaving the find out what
She's done that.
I think it probably was meant to be.
Once taken care of,
Once they were putting here, I think they were meant to stay and not to move them.
Because we renovated an old barracks. We're living in one, but it's much nicer here. You know, well, it's more suitable for living in. But,
this is going to be great. I can't wait.
Be able to understand what's happening here. First of all, I want to introduce you to Noel Molloy, the organiser of this Crossroads Symposium. He has a few words to say. Noel.
Right. I just want to welcome you all here tonight, and primarily what I want to do is to again thank the sponsors without whom this wouldn't have taken place. And I'm going to list them: AIB Bank, Kodak Film, Texaco Ireland Limited, Schweppes Ireland Limited, Sean Garvey Roscommon, Systems Label Roscommon, Michael Feely Accountant, Roscommon Champion, Art Framers Roscommon, Bill Martin's Cash and Carry for the reception, and Schweppes for the reception, and Tom Fox, the Royal Hotel, Fatty O'Brien, Crockery, the Gils's Pharmacy, and the German Embassy, and Jim Lally. Also, the major funding bodies are Roscommon County Council, Roscommon Enterprise Development, and the Arts Council of Ireland, who, without their help, this would definitely not have happened. And the artists who are involved for their courage in coming here and in creating such fantastic work. And that's really what all I have to say. And I'd now like to introduce Emer Leedy, Arts Officer for Roscommon, to officially launch tonight.
When Noel first, when I started here just over a year ago, and it was actually on my second day in the job, Noel Molloy, with beard, came into me one day and said that, oh, I'm organising for a group of over 20 artists to come to Roscommon, and they're coming from all over the world. And I said, yeah, right. We'll see what comes of this, and I'm going to play this very much by ear. And then, of course, as the year went on, more and more people said to me, because Noel was telling everybody, more people were saying it to me, what is this Noel Molloy fella doing? God, these artists are a crazy bunch altogether, you know. And but I'm delighted to see actually some of the people who said that these artists were crazy people trying to organise such crazy things. Some of those people are here tonight supporting us, so I'm delighted to see that. So it just shows that the arts are moving forward definitely in Roscommon. I think the most important thing for this, we've gotten all sorts of stuff off them. And everybody has just given everything basically with open arms. So thank you very much to all of the people of Roscommon who have made this work as well. It couldn't have happened without them. Now, this is not the end of it, isn't it? Yeah, that we know of. If somebody else decides to do something else, that will be launched on Saturday or Sunday. Oh, John's going to be doing something in George's window as well, John Rafferty from Wales. So that's about it. Thank you all very much for coming. You're not finished yet. There are going to be two performances now. Noel was friendly with Tom McGinty. Some of you will better know him better as the Dice Man. And just as a tribute to Tom, and seeing as there is such a, as Noel said, Tom would have loved this.
Here we go. All for him.
You don't take one, you don't need one, you can have mine. You can have mine.
This is a very small performance and it's a very small poem, but it is very relevant to what's going to happen in the near future, please God, in this town, because it's got a buzz tonight which should last for quite a while. From there to here. From there to here is relative in time. I haven't really gone very far, and definitely not for very long. I love my home, and by you coming here, you have made me love it even more. When I was a child, I made houses of timber lats. The lats were leaned against each other to form walls. Now that I am big, my house is of stone. Welcome to my house. When I was a child, I lived on Castle Street. My home is now a car park. I still live in my mind in Castle Street. Welcome to my house. When I was a child, I thought Roscommon was huge. Now I am big. I know better. Welcome to my house. When I was a child, I was a child. In my mind, I am still a child. Welcome to my house. Thank you for coming, for your thoughts, inspiration, and friendship. Welcome all again to my house. Noel, are you there? Bernie? Thank you. Fran? Mike, you here? Honor, are you here? Incan? Is Incan here? Yes. Ah. Carmen? Yes. We're losing them. Jürgen, are you here? your names, just because I'm trying to remember who they come through. Snail? Snail here? Snail?
It's upstairs.
Noel here. Thank you for coming. You have to. Yes. No, I don't have to wear it because you've given me so much already. Oh, I'm sorry. I also have little tokens for all the artists from our children because they too have been best for you.
Come on. Ah, you see?
darts.
Where's she gone? She gone to get them?
I don't know. Maybe she remembers.
Never seen this many buttons. Yes. I took some of the buttons in off. It's complicated.
Hi, Mom.
I didn't see you going to do it.
Coming back to life again. It must have been 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you a few things about the work. Basically, I decided the title. I think the title will be, it's called Heaven or Hell, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I could explain a few things. Of course, or what I think with the ladders outside, it represents good and evil because of the white and the black charcoal, and the different sizes of ladders and shapes. It represents our individual ways in life. Everyone has to find their own way, so that's why there's so many different types of ladders and different sizes. And inside, what I've done here is I've taken different elements which I think have represent social problems in our society today, like the TV, which brings into our homes violence and also consumerism. So that's why I built this cross out of televisions. And of course, the bar is pretty obvious because of alcoholism and breaking up families and also self-destruction. And that's basically what it's about, and everyone can think more into it than that, of course. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them during
This came together very nicely. Logistically, I don't know how you can pull it off.
I was going to do it the other way around before. Using my portfolio, I'm sure.
Yes, I got one in. Yes, 1 out of 3.
wasn't looking at the cheese.
You stupid answer. Come on.
Which way did he go?
Okay, give me a stupid question.
Why do you do this?
Did you enjoy your experience here at Roscommon?
Oh, terribly enjoyable.
Terribly enjoyable. I see.
Awful.
Did you enjoy working with this artist, Mr. Jürgen? Being the artist here?
Yeah, some of it.
Why?
Why did I enjoy it?
Yes, that's what I
Just
said.
going around, I didn't have to be too involved. Anything else?
No, thank you, sir.
I did notice, really in some of them, was that the ones with no music, there was two, yours and Anne's had music, so it made a difference. Those Vivian's ones without any sound. That was a that's something I noticed going.
Question, Jack? Can you pronounce Carl's last name?
Carl, no, I didn't even look it up yet.
Was that a good experience, please?
It was amazing. It was great.
Why?
Because it was a situation I'd never found myself in before, and I got through it, hopefully. They were wonderful. I mean...
I met...
Why?
What artist? It's artist. Are you sure?
That was good. Kiss the bride.
She looks so healthy all the time, doesn't she?
No, that's good now. That's good. That's
Catching me smoking coming out of the
Are you
church.
driving a Beamer?
No. Yeah.
Yeah? Can I get a lift, you?
This is my ladder, the one to hell, Jack.
yeah, I think so, Jimmy.
This is a very, very important part of our cultural heritage, and it's great to see it being recreated here by a visiting artist. And we'd like to thank Pauline very much for organising this, and I hope you enjoy the night. Thank you. Right, just also to say that Inken Wilson, one of our German artists, her work is being displayed around the side of the library building. Thank you, Inken. Her work is beautiful, so do go around and see it. Thank you.
Ina introduced my work very well, so I don't have to say anything about that. But I want to thank the people in Roscommon for giving me the books and giving me a good feeling of being here. Thank you.
And thank you, Inken. Now I will hand over to Colleen O'Connell.
Hello everyone. I'm glad you all came. I couldn't guarantee the weather, but I think it's holding up. I think I can guarantee dancers at some stage in a minute. But I'll tell you a bit about the cake dance. Tradition in Roscommon, dating from 1664, was that a cake dance was held. And not the best dancer would get the cake, but the person that would dance the longest. Or if during the night, the proceeds went on during the night, there was some drinking on the Crossroads too. If a man, a young male, set his eye upon a young lass, he would take the cake up and put it in her lap and pick her up and bring her to the nearest alehouse. So that's an option too. Never mind a young lass. And I would like to thank firstly the sponsors that helped me in coming 2 weeks ago to Roscommon, not knowing anybody. I think I've spoken to most people on the phone and I don't know any faces, but I hope they make themselves known to me later on. I would like to thank Eddie Napton, Agri Suppliers, Roscommon County Council, Joe Fahy from the Bank of Ireland, Albert Siggins from the Roscommon Museum, Tom Kilroe, Molloy's Bakery, Guinness Ireland, the Abbey Hotel, the Central Choir, and hopefully the musicians and dancers, and of course yourself, Vincent. And if anybody, if there's the making of a
maybe if people get their win once they get a few Guinnesses, free Guinnesses in their belly.
I started trying to
I knew what I was.
Okay, Gary, put it
Do you get a candle? No, but a red beer.
No, thanks, no.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm going to get into the rock. Indian or whoever, so I was native.
Came back.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So like
People are going around like people.
Yeah. Oh, gorgeous. We were there first, actually. We got to know to them.
Don't say I'm worried about that.
So some Jack over you asshole anyway, and looks he's behind you like with the camera. See, there's a disadvantage to carrying that thing around spine on people.
What is the disadvantage?
Just don't know what people are going to end up saying.
Just check, yes.
Anything to say, boys?
Would you like us to tell you a story or something?
I don't mind. You can tell a story or not.
Or just ad lib.
Or what do you think of the work?
The work?
Piece of work up there.
The work isn't really my field, as you well know.
I don't work in my field either.
That's what else doing for me.
And?
I am totally overblown by the piece that Brian has done outside, and that I reckon he's one of Ireland's greatest artists today.
Yes. Emer, are you on the night off? Or did you say something already?
Oh yes, then you're free to go out for a bit of
is Brian Connolly is the you're the I reckon you're the greatest since the sliced hand. That you are the best, the greatest artist living today in Ireland. In Europe. And I want to thank you for the amount of work that you have put in to this piece, with the elements battling against you, the wind and everything. Oh, well. Well, that's all part of it too, isn't it? It was a few days now. Yeah. But thank you very much for inviting me. And also for your support when talking to you and writing to you and whatever. And what else can I say? But this is an incredible work. And no crockery, Canuck no crock, will never be the same again. And also that it will happen again in about 2 years' time, and it will be called To the Crossroads.
Huh? He's leaving him here for a while now. You're going to leave him here for a while. Oh, in a few days' time. Why not? You okay? Oh, you've moved into this room? Very good. Well, Mike, do you think it's a good day for a protest? Is it a good day for a protest? We got him. But did you go home? Did you go up to Ann and Jimmy's?
No, I didn't go back there. I went straight into town. I got a lift about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Ah, good.
So I could get these done.
Yeah. I wonder who did go back. You want the money back?
Save the frogs!
Save the frogs! Save the...
Come on, Barry.
Come on, Bash.
Save the frog! frogs.
Down with the supermarket.
Up with the supermarket. 50 feet up. Boom.
Save the frogs. Don't build a supermarket on the roundabout. Save the frogs on the roundabout. Supermarket protest. Don't build a supermarket on the roundabout.
Blasters! You got your photograph for?
Well, to go picking mushrooms this morning. Serious?
Was there, yeah?
We walked all the way in from the house into town. On the back road. The backyard. Outside Ballymurray. On the main road outside Ballymurray. And then we went through the railway track. Oh, yeah. Back in. Nothing.
Go! What time did you get home at?
About 10:30.
Yeah.
What's the story with Tyson? What are you doing with Kieran?
We're all going out again later on. Pretty much the same. You go home. Well, you couldn't cross them roads on your own.
Tonight I'm not coming. No, I'm not coming home. No, there's absolutely nothing. I finished those.
Save the roundabout flushers!
It looks great though.
Yeah.
Say no to roundabout supermarket!
Down with the supermarket! Volume, the volume is gone.
Save our frogs. Save our frogs. Save our frogs.
The volume is...
Save our frogs. 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 Protect our national heritage. Save our frogs. Save our frogs. Say no to supermarkets. Save the Roscommon Ireland. Our frogs. Save our frogs. Down with the supermarkets. Save the Roscommon blushers.
Another man.
Save the roundabout frogs. A breathing pair of brushes. Save the frogs on the roundabout. Save the Roscommon blusher. Save the frogs. Save our frogs. Save our frogs. No to supermarket on roundabout. Save our frogs. Save our frogs.
Feeling well, lad.
Save our frogs. Save our frogs. Down with capitalism. Protect our national heritage.
No?
This is the balancing act.
You have to stand in here.
Oh yeah. And do save the frogs. Is there a microphone in there as well?
Save the blushing frogs.
Here, Tony.
Save the blushing frogs. Down with the supermarket. Save our frogs.
Volume, no, lass.
Save our frogs. Save our frogs. Save our frogs.
Jimmy, stop.
Save our frogs.
Stop.
Save our frogs.
Come on, Jimmy, shout.
Save our frogs. Save our frogs.
Get the last of the
Save our frogs.
Save our frogs! 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 Save our frogs!
Save the Roscommon blusher.
Tourists.
That's all right.
We're very short for several more drinks, I think.
Where's Michael?
Yeah, frogs.
Michael? Michael, here. We're just sitting on the ground, cross-legged. Inside your foot, your
Yeah?
yeah.
Cross-legged?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yes, she can.
That was real pressure out there.
He can hit a yellow ball on the way back. Good shot. Oh, hello.
Thank you. You're good. Hello, now I can't work that out. I can't. I might do this tonight.
Whatever you want to do, there's no problem. Have you copies for people?
I've got a couple, yeah. But it's not the same though. If you go over there, you just pull up.
Yeah, that's what she's coming up.
A lot of walking back and forth. They always do
Use the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. They have to unload it and unload it again. There's 2 wheelbarrows. These guys are good. I just want to see this watering tank.
That's loads.
Yeah.
Ah, you see, that's what you don't want to do now. See that? You've drips of petrol coming out there now, you see? You want to...
Didn't lie.
You never know, huh?
Petrol on it.
Will make a big fire, Sarah?
She's waiting for the bonfire.
1, 2,
3.
4, 5.
Want me to hold the black cup in the background?
Good?
Have you got Carl out as
Do
well?
you want to say where it is, Carl? Yeah.
Oh, you wanted me to say something about it?
May as well.
I'm going to do it when...
Yeah, jeez, well that's all you need is 10 litres of gas. Christ above. So there's diesel on there.
Bring the gas over.
Bring it over here.
Yeah. Patty, would you go, would you make sure you don't turn around when you, look, see when you light it, Patty, you swing that way, right? Don't swing back to me.
Yeah.
Swing that way, Patty, right, when you light it. Watch the bang, turn away your head now, Betty. And that's it. Now.
Yeah.
Now. Good. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Well done. Is the top on lighting, yeah? That's good.
Light all day.
Are you going to say a few words, Carl, afterwards? Yeah, cool. No, I'm going back now.
Put things here it's not burning, huh? Don't Don't put things, don't walk over.
Spend the night
Can
here.
someone put that up?
Protecting you. Carl, it'll have to burn stuff.
Let's go into Hannah's, but it's very
The idea of this work is actually, it's a photo documentation of land art. And land art has to do with environmental materials and working with nature in harmony. And this is a series I've been doing. It's called Living Organic Sculptures series. And I also do these in Canada with grass, making different designs and patterns along the roads for the city of Ottawa. And this is just another one of them using grass. And the idea of this piece actually is I'm going to make a triptych, a photographic triptych. And the first one will be, which I've already photographed, will be life, which was the green grass that was cut. And the one we're doing right now is death. And then in some weeks it's going to grow, so that's the rebirth. It's the whole cycle. So that's the whole idea behind this piece. I've done other pieces similar to this, but of course as the ones I did before didn't have anything to do with the cross, but since I've been working on a religious theme here at the other church, I also have a piece with ladders, and it's called Heaven or Hell, and it has to do with good or evil. And the good, of course, is the white ladders, you see, and the evil is the black twisted ones. I think it's fairly easy to understand. So this is what we did, and in a few weeks Noel will photograph this, and hopefully there'll be different vegetation growing here, because that's what happens when you burn an area. Different seeds and different things come into that area, and you get a different color.
1 minute, Carla. That's a good play. That's good.
So if we get some people.
Find a hideout. Yeah, find a hideout. Yeah, really good. Do you want something? No, here's it there. It's nice. No, one take, one take. Maybe you want that?
You missed a big plane there. Okay, you got a lot of planes.